Hi, and welcome back to our episode on creating a great candidate experience. So last week we spoke about how to handle calls, emails and messages, and calling the candidate for the interview. So today we're going to talk about the candidate arrival and the interview itself. So for the candidate arrival, prior to the candidates arriving, make sure that security and the reception desk is briefed with a list of all the candidates who are expected for that day. When they arrive at the office, welcome them warmly with a smile, inquire about their journey. You would also want to offer them something to drink, maybe a glass of water, and inquire whether they require the washrooms, and then direct them to where the washrooms are. For the interview itself, you'll want to make sure that we start without any delays. Having a delay creates a negative impression with the candidate. Also make sure that if there are to be any delays, you should inform the candidate before time, so a day prior, in case you're expecting any change in time. So during the interview, you want to make sure that you keep the interview as conversational and as fluid as possible. You want to make sure that the candidate is at ease. You don't want to be probing and interrogative during the interview. Also make sure that some of your questions are based on the answers that the candidate gives you. Now after the interview, you want to make sure that you inform the candidate of what the next step is. What should they expect? Now, if the candidate is found suitable, you want to inform them of what the next steps are, what documents are required, and so on. If they're not found suitable, please inform them the following day with a call and inform them that they have not been selected. It is very important to provide closure to those candidates. If the candidate is being kept on hold because of either you want to check with another HOD, head of department, or if there's something you want to cross-check, also inform the candidate that they are being considered and you will let them know at a particular point in time. So for the candidates that are selected, be clear of all the HR requirements. Make sure that you provide the candidate with a checklist of what they need to bring in, and make sure that they understand all the points so that we don't have multiple repeat visits from the candidate. You want to make sure that they just come once and hand over all the required documents. It makes it easier for them and makes your paperwork or your filing much more easier as well. Join us next week for some best practices on creating great candidate experiences. Thanks for watching.